Hi everybody, this is M from DIYM, and today I am doing a video on punches, hole punches, corner punches, different types, specialty punches, and that sort of thing. So if you like corner punches, which if you know anything about this channel, you know that I'm kind of obsessed with corner punches, as you can see here. But yeah, I just wanted to show and demonstrate for the first time, because this is me using these products for the first time. I just wanted to show you guys how to use these products. I thought that they're really beneficial to have in your stash, especially if you really like making, say, cards, or if you like making products or tags and that sort of thing. It's really good to have stuff like this so you can just whip things up in a pinch. So I hope you guys like this, and on to the video. Now this may seem like a silly video, but anybody who knows me, at least on this channel, should know that I'm a huge fan of corner punches. I love this corner punch. It's one of my favorites. I only have two originally, but now I'm going to show you I have quite a few more. I kind of went a little happy with buying some corner punches. But yeah, I really enjoy how this seems to clip things pretty well. Yeah, this one's a very powerful one. It might still be my favorite. We'll see at the end of this video if it's still my favorite. But yeah, so I got this one, I think it was with my laminator, so it cuts through plastic really well and just came with it. So I had another one and it doesn't seem to work as well. It might work okay on paper, but this one really works well. So there's that. I also got some that look very similar to that one. I'm gonna probably give some of these as gifts. I think I'm gonna keep the pink one probably, but they're very nice colors. Pink, purple, the nice green. There's other colors too. I'm gonna try to link the link down below for those, especially if they work okay. But yeah, this one sounds like it's a little bit more powerful though. Then you can hear it in them than these guys, right? It's a lot more clicky. So I'm assuming I'm still gonna like this one the best, but I figured it'd be nice to have just some pretty ones just for aesthetic purposes. But yeah, again, we'll see if I give away some of these for presents. So those guys, they're kind of like normal, just pretty ones. Then I got these guys, and so they may look the same, but they're not. Also very pretty and aesthetic, but yeah, these ones I'm gonna keep for sure because they're all different. So this one here is the normal corner rounder. It just has different widths of the corners, so some are larger corners than others, right? If you want big round corners, this one's an R10 millimeters. I think the R stands for rounded, so R10 millimeters, and then this is R4 millimeters, and this is R7 millimeters, right? So this is the most narrow one, this one's the widest one, and then this one's the middle. I think it's the standard one, right? So this one here, it has an octagon kind of sort of edge, right? Can you see that? This sort of edge. Some of these edges are really good to have, I think, in case you're doing some really fun borders. Obviously, you can probably cut this particular one really easily with just an X-Acto knife or a trimmer, but I think it's nice because then you can easily get even edges that look like this without really having to measure stuff. It's just gonna be nice and quick. And this one I think is really neat. So this one's obviously a nice cool decorative edge, and I'll show you how that looks in the end as well. I like the fact that this kind of looks like it's divoting and going in, so they're all decorative edges obviously, right? And then this one sort of looks like it could potentially fit in there almost like a puzzle piece. And then I also have this one. This one actually came in a packaging, so this is apparently R5. I don't know if I have an R5 here. Yeah, I don't have an R5 here. It's just R4, R7, and an R10. So it says R5. It looks like it might be kind of a nice corner for, say, you've got 12 by 12 sheet of paper, so it's quite wide, and I like that about it. Yeah, so that's those punches. I got this punch. This is a bonus punch, I guess. It's one of those hole punches that does the hanger tags. I think it's called the butterfly hanger or airplane hanger. I can't even remember. There's a few different names for it. So this should be good in case I wanted to punch things for packaging. Instead of having to use that die that I have a die that's really useful, but it's just I have to constantly put things through all the time, and if I wanted to manufacture a whole bunch of them, it's just really kind of a pain in the butt to constantly have to put things through one at a time. This is easier because then I can just punch it and then move on to the next thing, and punch it and move on to the next thing. So I'm actually really excited about this. I got this from Amazon. These guys are all from AliExpress. But yeah, on to the next part of the video. So I made and printed a whole bunch of 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper with patterns on it that I feel like good backgrounds for embellishments and sentiments and all sorts of stuff for cards. So I just made them a specific size and just did different patterns like polka dot, stripes, check or crisscross patterns, and different colorways. So blues, mints, yellows, coral here. These ones are pinks and purple tones, and then these ones are just random different colors. But yeah, so I'm gonna basically just cut these guys up with my trimmer, and then I'm going to use my corner punches just to see how well these guys do, okay? And I'll do all sorts of different ones here. Okay, so here we go. We've got all these different backgrounds, so let's see what kind of different corners we could make. We're going to try each side on those guys. I'm also going to try just a regular corner punch. We already know that this one works. These two are pretty much the same as this, it's just different colorways, so I'm just going to put those aside because I'm not sure if I'm going to give those as gifts yet. So, and then we might try this one out. And then there's another one that I'd like to try. I'm not sure if it's here yet. I'm just going to double check. Nope, not as of yet. Okay, so first of all, I'm just really concerned that these guys aren't going to work. So I'm going to try to just do regular corner with this guy. Let's see if that even works at all. Oh, okay. It actually is not too bad. That works. Yeah, so I definitely think that I can give this away to people that have specific tastes in color and really enjoy corner rounders, I guess, or crafting. Yeah, I think that's a really nice gift. So that looks really cool. I think that's really pretty. I'm gonna do this one here. I want the medium-sized punch and see what happens here. Okay, that looks kind of neat. I actually, oops. I didn't really do that one very well. There we go. I like this one because it almost has a beachy vibe to it. Don't love this part. I think I might just cut these down to make the stripes a little bit nicer. There we go. Yeah, it has the word I was looking for is nautical, so it has a nautical vibe to it. Okay, so let's try this again. Sorry, my fan just went on, so yeah, this looks much better. Yeah, I really like that. So this is kind of cool if you're doing almost like some sort of beachy thing or like a sailboat or something, I think. Yeah, I think that that's got a cool vibe to it. So this guy seems to work pretty good. I'm just going to do all the other corners. So I'm going to do the narrow one for this. Oops, did I forget to do this side? Okay, feels like I kind of need to cut off this little area too, but that's okay. It still looks quite nice though. I like that. That's really cool. And now I need to do the thickest one. I'll do the stars for that. Just want it to be kind of plain because these are kind of elaborate designs, so they kind of stand out enough. Awesome, that looks neat. You can see here the different corners with small, medium, and larger. Yeah, and you can sort of see the difference. This one's, unfortunately, I had to cut it down quite a bit, so, but it still looks good. It's gonna look cool on a card, and I'm sure if I could do some sort of neat color for the background here to frame it, I think that would look quite nice. So yeah, I think that these are really nice. They're gonna be really nice card backings. All right, let's do the really fun. Okay, so that one's done. So this is the purple three-way corner punch. Actually, let's do this one. I'll leave the polka dot ones with this corner punch here. So, okay. I think that looks a little bit better than the other one. I feel like I need to redo this one, but we'll see how bad it looks. Oh, this one looks bad. Okay, I'm just gonna cut off this part and then I'm just gonna redo that. Again, I can do a nice frame if it's a little small like that, so I'm not too concerned about it. What? Are they not coming out? Oh, I see. I'm just clogging a bit. Oh, no, this one's not good. Okay, I don't like this one. This is not my fave. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this off again. I don't want to keep trimming this, but it looks like it needs it for this particular punch. It's too bad. The other ones are doing so good. Let's give this another whirl. It's okay. As I said, I can frame things out, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not too concerned. There we go. I need to put it in a little bit better, I think. I think that was my issue. Okay. Much better. Much better. I think I needed to just grab hold of it and then just punch it. So that's pretty cute. I like the corners on that. Now that I figured out how to work this guy. Let's do another stripey one. Okay, let's do this pink stripe. Let's do this type of corner. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, I think it's easier to hold on to it while you're punching than have it down on here and not know exactly where you're at. Much easier to feel it out when it's in your hands. Does that make sense to everybody? I don't know. That's cool. I like that shape. Really fun. Love. I'll show you guys this all in the end. And then one more. I think it's this guy here. So I'm gonna do, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. Oh, nice. I kind of like that. It's a fun corner. But, oops, did I have that in? I didn't have that in very well. It's a little bit better. I'm making sure it's in before I punch. Very nice. Okay, so this punch is really cool. This one's obviously the smallest because I kept ruining that one, but they're all very neat edges. I really like the looks of a lot of these. Very neat, and I'm really very impressed with them. Okay, so that. I'm not gonna do all polka dots, I think, with this actually. I'm gonna do, these guys I'll figure them out on the fly later. Another maybe part of the video or a different video. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna do for the deep edge, this one, are 10 millimeters. I'm gonna do the polka dot one. Oh, look at that, nice. It's cool to have different sized edges, rounded corners. That's so cool. I like that. I think that's really neat. This guy, I think I'm gonna have a narrow one. I'm gonna try that one. At least these are fairly easy to clean out because there's nothing really blocking the way. Like, these guys have something covering this. Anyways, I like that. That looks good. Okay, and then this is the medium-sized rounded edge. Oh, it's so nice to have different sizes of these to choose from. It does get a little messy though because it doesn't have anything catching stuff, so hopefully you don't mind cleaning things up. Let's put them in order of size here. The smaller, medium, and the large. Pretty good. That works pretty well. Oh, let's compare it to, I did this one earlier, but it doesn't actually say what size of edge it is. So let's see. This is the one I did earlier. It feels like it's the exact same as the smallest one. Yeah, these guys are too big. So basically this is like the smallest. If you like small little corners, these guys will do for you. They're the standard corner. Figured that was the case, but I just wanted to make sure. And then I'm just gonna leave these guys out. I'm gonna put them underneath each other here, but I'm gonna see if I can figure this one out. Oh, there we go. I just had to adjust it here. Oh wow, I just had to push it back a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can make a big, it looks like a fairly small corner to be honest. But I want to see if I can do corners on say 12 by 12 sheets and stuff. That looks really nice. Is this kind of the same as the smallest one? It looks like it's basically the same. Okay, so that's interesting. So I just want to see if this actually does 12 by 12. I'm gonna get a 12 by 12 piece of paper because I'm really excited to try that out and see. I have this marble pack of papers here that I think are really pretty. I figured I'd do something interesting. Why not? I'm gonna just trim off this edge here too, real quick. Okay, so if I was scrapbooking, I don't normally scrapbook just because it's very time consuming, number one. It's cool. It's a cool thing to do, I think, but I prefer to use these kind of papers for other projects or card making and stuff. I love card making, as you guys have seen on this channel. Okay, look at this. Because I don't think this, I could be wrong. Does this fit? Oh, it does fit. These do fit. Okay. But if I wanted to do a little corner, oh, it seems like it's nice and wide. But it's nice to know too that these guys can also accommodate. And it's the same kind of edging, I think. I think they're a little smaller, to be honest. Let's see if I can get these in here. Yeah, they are a little bit. This is a little bit bigger, but not too much. Okay, okay. I'm getting some corners. Some nice rounded corners. So yeah, in case you guys want to do an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or a 12 by 12, something larger, you can always try this kind of thing. But you don't really have to. You can always get this too. It's just a little smaller, but just a tiny bit though. But this should do the trick as well. I'm assuming, does this one also? If I wanted something rounder. Oh my god, this all fits too. Okay, well, all this stuff fits if you're doing a 12 by 12 sheet or something. So that's really cool to know. Now I just want to make an envelope or something. Sometimes I like to use 12 by 12s for making envelopes, which you've probably seen on this channel before. I'll link that link down below in case you guys haven't seen that yet. Yeah, okay, well, I'm just waiting for one more punch. In the next scene, hopefully I'll have that. One thing I almost forgot to do in this video is do a little, this kind of full punch. I just want to see if this works. I'm pretty sure it does, but I just want to show you guys. I'm just going to use this top one. I didn't round the corners or anything like that, so, but this is probably good. Oh, actually, you know what? I can make a thin bag topper. This is a fake bag topper. Just gonna do it with my nails, but you can totally get a bone folder or burnisher. Okay, so yeah, now I've got a little bag topper and I want it to go in the middle here. That's about the middle, I'd say. Okay, wow. I haven't tried just doing this through 2 pieces of cardstock like this to make an actual bag topper, but that's cool. So I can actually use that as a bag topper in the future. I can embellish it with a whole bunch of stuff if I wanted to. So that's really awesome. So excited about that. Yeah, it works really nicely. It's not even hard to use. It's actually pretty straightforward and easy to grip, at least for me. I don't know, it might be a little different for somebody who has maybe arthritis or something, but I feel like it's a lot easier to use than some other tools I've used. So yeah, it looks nice. So this is going to be a time saver because, as I said, I have a little die that's like this, and constantly putting it through, it shifts a lot when it's a die. So sometimes it kind of looks a little crooked. So constantly having to put that through when I want to make a whole bunch of these, especially if I'm doing, say, stickers or something like that, this is going to be a time saver to have a punch like this. Yeah, so if you guys make products like stickers or whatever, maybe you package things with a little bag topper and you want to have something like this to hang things up or just make things look a little more professional when you're gifting stuff, I definitely recommend getting something like this. It's a lot of fun. So there's that. So I've got another thing that is hopefully coming soon, so that'll be next in this video, okay? So I finally got, so excited. Sorry, I have the ruler out just because I'm going to do some measuring here, but I finally got the big punch that I was looking forward to. So this is a really cool one. So it's 4 different sides to punch something with. So this is a hole punch, which, I mean, I've got a gazillion hole punches, as you know, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's always good to have just in case I'm making a tag, because you can totally make a tag with this. So you could do something with that. Also, in case you don't want a hole, there's, instead of this kind of punch, you've got, it doesn't have this round part, right? It's just like a big notch. So yeah, these two are going to work in tandem if you're going to make a tag, and I'll show you in a second. This is cutting off corners if you're into tag making, okay? And then there's this guy is just to make like a dovetail. So in case I wanted to make, I got this in the mail not too long ago, but it's very small. But in case I wanted to take this and make a paper ribbon that has a dovetail edge to it, it's always handy to have. In case I want to make an award ribbon or something, which I think is always kind of cute and fun. So this is kind of cool. You can take this part off really easily and snap it back on. This has silicone feet, so it helps to sort of keep it in place. So this should be emptied out fairly easily, I think, just by taking this thing off. But it also has on the side here some measurements, and I just want to see how big of a sheet of paper that I need. Whoops, sorry. So centimeters wise, it looks like it's 4 centimeters across this way. I think that it's like this for all of them. I just want to double check and make sure. Yeah, this is specifically for stuff that's about 4 centimeters large, or maybe a little bit smaller. And then inch wise, it is about 1.5 inches, just a little over 1.5 inches. Okay, so I think working with centimeters is probably the easiest thing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something like this. I'm going to do this polka dot one, and I'm going to slice it into 4 centimeters. Sorry, I'm doing this on a bit of an angle just because there's so many things here. I'm going to do just a little bit smaller, to be honest. 6 polka dots across. And then I've got a smaller strip just in case. Okay, we'll do this little test here. I'm gonna make a tag first. Okay, so it's straight on. Okay. Feels like there's a little grease on it, which is really strange. I'm just gonna trim this off and start this again. Alright, so we can just try that again. And then place that here, and there we go. So that cuts that. Still feels like it looks weird. Oh, I don't know why. Not too bad. So this guy I'm pretty excited to try doing. I'm just gonna stick that. So I'll just make a dovetail end to it. Huh, I'm gonna try that again. Oh, I see, because I didn't center it. I'm supposed to center it a bit better, I think. There we go, I centered it better this time. So this one I'm gonna just cut off again. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this into regular tag, and then this one is gonna be a little different. So I'm gonna try this punch for here, for this dovetailed one. I'm gonna try to center things a little bit better too, because this is a little smaller than it's supposed to be. There we go. So that's weird, because it's a little greasy for some reason underneath here. I'm wondering if I need to wipe it down, because a lot of this stuff feels really oily when it's coming out of here. So I don't fully know if I would recommend this. I'm just going to wipe it down and see what happens. I'm guessing in the manufacturing process, when you're cutting metal out, specific metal things like this, I'm assuming you use a lot of grease in order to do it. So maybe they didn't clean. You can sort of see the shine there? I think that's grease. That's pretty gross. It's pretty disgusting. So yeah, I'm assuming they didn't clean this stuff up after manufacturing it or something. Or maybe they do that so it doesn't rust. I'm not even sure, to be honest. It's kind of gross. But it does work. It's just, I don't like the fact that things are kind of greasy when they come out of it. Maybe if you clean it up and wipe it down, it might be okay. I'm just going to place this back on. See, it looks like it has a little part here. and a little part here, and then it sort of slips over top and snaps back into place on there. And then you can just take this little notch here and you can take this out. Just peel that off if you need to take some stuff out. Okay, and then hopefully I clean that enough. I don't know, it's hard to say. I didn't think there was oil in here, but let's just double check and see. I'm just gonna try to line it up here. There we go. And there you have a little hole for your tag, and also feels a little greasy. But as I said, it does work. You can always put an eyelet here if you want to make it look extra special. But yeah, so you can make tags really easily, which is cool with this guy. But yeah, if you do decide to purchase this, because I do think it's a handy tool, if you do decide to purchase it, maybe try to give it a wipe down. It is metal, so whatever seems to clean metal a little bit better without it rusting. I probably have to do some research on that, and I'll see if I can figure that out. But yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do if you need to clean the metal off before you start. So yeah, so I don't know. To me, I had a blast making stuff with a lot of these punches. I'm gonna get a punch drawer happening, so things will be quick and easy to punch now in the future. It's always good to add stuff like this to your stash just to make crafting and everything so much faster and easier. I might get something in the future that I think will be an edger to edge things, so I can do fancy edges. If I wanted to do a fancy edge all the way around a sheet of background paper, that would be really, really beneficial. You can also, I think, do perforated if you wanted to do a ticket or something. I realized that this edge here kind of looked like a ticket, right? It kind of looks like a ticket in a sense, right? So if you wanted to, you can do a perforated edge to rip a ticket. You can make them smaller, you can make them larger, whatever you want to do. So that's kind of cool to have a corner punch that does that. Really, really excited. So that's the purple one there. I'm going to try to link the links to a lot of these products down below, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. This to me was a really, really fun video. This is a really, really good corner punch. I just don't, again, remember exactly where I got it. I think I got it in my laminator, which I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it on Amazon in a while. I got it on Amazon beginning of COVID, so they may not be manufacturing it anymore. I'm not sure. So I just randomly got this as a free gift, and it works really lovely. But this is the next best thing. It's very similar. It's not as powerful, I guess, but it still does the trick and still works really well. So if you guys like this video, hopefully I can show off other fun different tools in the future. I have done a guitar pick punch in the past, so that's another punch that I've used, so I'll also link the link to that down below. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and share the video with anybody that you think is going to benefit from these kind of products or just enjoy this kind of content. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope everybody has an amazing day. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.